Namaste everyone, welcome back to the Yoga Habit Challenge. Today we'll be doing another yin practice. So if you have bolsters or blocks, have them at the ready. You can have them within arm's reach. And we'll start today with a pose that a lot of people consider quite a challenging yin pose, but then we'll end with one of the favorites, one of the nice relaxing ones. So let's actually begin in Vajrasana once again, our lightning bolt pose, our kneeling position. Now we're going to work with internal rotation of the thighs with something called saddle pose. So this requires us to take our heels a little further to the outsides of the hips and see if you can sit back between the feet. Now that might not feel comfortable for you. Some things that you can do to adjust this would be to put a blanket or towels underneath your feet if you're mostly feeling pain in the tops of your feet, pressing against the ground. Or we can put bolsters underneath the hips so that you're lifting your bottom a little higher, and that'll take the pressure off the tops of the feet. So adjust as you need. Remember, in yin, we're just finding the edge of sensation. We're not pushing ourselves past that. And then if you have a bolster, you can bring it behind you, because we're going to walk our hands back so that you can lay over the bolster. Maybe you have multiple bolsters. Maybe you're even folding your bolster so it forms like a wedge to help prop you up. Or some of you who are comfortable in this pose may be able to go all the way down to the ground so that you're lying on your back here. It's a deep stretch through the quads is where you'll probably feel it the most. Now, as I said, this isn't a very comfortable pose for a lot of yogis, so it's a good practice of breathing through the discomfort, noticing that any discomfort is just energy flowing through these meridians, these channels that we're opening here at the front of the body. So once you've found your position, again, notice just the edge of the stretch. So you're not pushing past it into pain. You're not pushing past it to force yourself. You're just finding that bit of sensation and then coming to stillness there and staying for just a few deep breaths. Experiencing your ability to remain present even in the face of discomfort. What you'll often notice about sensation is that if you stay really present with it, if you'll keep your awareness with it and you watch it, that within a few breaths' time it changes in some way. Maybe it moves, maybe it shifts, maybe it becomes more or less intense, but you'll notice a change in that sensation the closer you watch it. And in that, there's a lesson in impermanence, what we call anicca. That all that is external to our soul is impermanent. It's constantly changing. So there's no reason to get attached to it, to identify with it. This physical discomfort, it comes and goes. And now moving very slowly, you can press into the elbows to peel your chest off the bolster, lift yourself up. And again, slowly, slowly, there's fragility in those muscles. Bring your legs around in front. I would recommend straightening your legs out in front of you on the mat and then pummeling them out, rolling them from side to side, just bringing some movement back into the legs. Now, I mentioned that we would start with one of our more challenging yin poses. Maybe you experienced that in that pose. But we'll end with some of our nicer, more restful ones, which is our reclined spinal twist. So you can lower down onto your back. Extend the left leg out along your mat, and then hug your right knee in. Now, we'll use the right arm to ground down to the right side, And then you can twist so that the knee comes to the left side. If you want to reach for your bolster or your block here underneath the knee to add a little bit of support as you lower the knee down, that's a beautiful idea in yin. Again, just allowing you to meet the edge of your stretch. And then breathing deeply there. If your edge is a little deeper, you can turn to gaze out over the opposite fingers. These breaths coming in long and smooth. Allowing yourself to fully rest here, to sink deeper, and to find silence in the thoughts. Switching sides now. Inhale as you raise up. Switch legs so you're hugging the left knee in towards you. You can move your bolster to the other side. The left arm out to shoulder height. And then exhaling to send the knee to the other side. Maybe gazing out over your fingers. And just finding long, smooth, restful breaths. Like the constant flow of inhale and exhale, all suffering is temporary. It's external to our soul, and it's always changing, coming, going, mutating. So no need to become attached. No need to let it be your identity. Instead, just watch these things as they change. Untwisting now, bring your knee back up to center and then find your way to Shavasana. Enjoy a rest here as you're already in your yin energy. Notice how the belly rises with your inhale, belly breathing, a deeply relaxing breath. Stay for as long as you want in that Shavasana. Thank you for joining me as we tap into that yin energy today, and I'll see you on the mat again tomorrow. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.